What's up everyone, Ryan from Caddie Disc Golf here, and today Juniper and I decided to make a video to show you guys the new Discmania mesh panel hat. Do something. Sorry guys, Discmania didn't create and isn't going to release the Discmania mesh panel hat. Truth is, I actually created this hat. I'm going to tell you guys why. So, being the 16-year skateboarder that I am, 5 panel hats came into the skateboard industry probably around 2010, and I started wearing them pretty much right away. Not only do I personally like how they look, I also like how they fit. Got kind of a weird head, they just fit really good. A lot of my friends who know me, who've been around me for a while, kind of always seen me in a 5 panel hat. And so 5 panel hat is just kind of who I am. The problem is that in skateboarding now, most skateboarders are wearing those weird dad hats or even some of those safari kind of bucket hats. No offense, Johnny Disc Golf on the bucket hat, which is not for me. And so no one's really selling the 5 panel hat anymore. So with that being said, I decided to use my creativity, this isn't the first time I've done it, and created my own 5 panel hats. So for those of you that aren't sure what a 5 panel hat is, usually it's a lot stiffer than this one is, and it's essentially got 5 panels. You have 1 panel here, 2, 3, and then where the mesh is, 4, 5. And usually it's all kind of one based material. But this hat I found on Amazon and I thought it was super unique. As you can see, it has mesh in it. So I figured that this would be a really awesome hat for the summertime because the mesh on the sides would allow for airflow, help to keep me cooler, but then it also fits like a 5 panel hat does. So I bought these 5 panel hats off of Amazon for about 10 to 12 bucks. I forget how much I paid. Pretty cheap. They're a comfortable material and they fit just the way I want. And these Discmania patches that you see here, I've had for a long time, but you can buy them off the website for only a couple bucks. They're a good size, good quality. They are iron-ons, but because I've put these patches on so many other hats, I have a different way of making my own hats. And for fun, I decided that I was gonna show you guys how I create my Discmania 5 panels. Before I get started, I want to introduce you guys to my friend Deborah. Deborah is a terrifying mannequin head that my wife, who owns her own hair salon but also does traveling hair and makeup on the side, uses to practice different hairstyles with. As terrifying as she looks, she really does come in handy for some things for me. And so I wanted to introduce you guys to Deborah, mainly as a warning or in preparation for the future footage so that you don't get creeped out by the fact that I have this random doll named Deborah. So a couple things that I use to make these hats. Of course, I get a hat. Secondly, I use the Discmania patch. You can use any patch that you want. I just really like Discmania. I like making Discmania hats. So here's a patch. Then I use the crazy glue, it's the brush on stuff. I just find that brushing the super glue on is a lot easier than getting blobs and that sort of thing. So just use some brushed on super glue. Not required, but extremely convenient is the Deborah doll. So the first thing first is to loosen your hat and put it on Deborah, like so. And then I tighten the back as if she was really wearing it, just to make it tight in the front. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the patch and you're gonna apply the super glue to it. Now be careful because, you know, getting super glue on you isn't the greatest of things. Certain super glues, if you sniff too much or that sort of thing, can really start to get you. And so I'm just brushing the super glue on the entire surface of the back of the patch, doing everything I can not to hit the edge just because I want to be able to handle it. So once the super glue's on, the next thing is going to be applying it to the hat. So the thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you line it up exactly where you want it, and then you're going to take your hand and apply pressure on it for 30 seconds and hope that you didn't get any on the edges that are now sticking to your hand. After 30 seconds, you've got yourself a new Discmania mesh panel hat. So there you have it. Super easy to make your own hats. I've got 3 of these now. One of them I'll do my best to keep clean and fresh and only wear it when I'm out and about. And then I have 2 for the year that I can sweat and destroy. Eventually, I have to throw them out, but I can take the patches off and reuse them for my next set. If Discmania ever decides to release a 5-panel hat, which I don't expect them to because I'm probably the only person in the world that wears 5-panel hats, I'll definitely buy the 5-panel hats directly from them. But for now, this is a fantastic way to not only create what I personally like to wear, but also still support the companies that I want to support. Definitely make your own hats if you need to. And if you have any questions about the process, feel free to hit me up.